This podcast replay is brought to you by Moodius Dental. For over 30 years, they've been using the latest dental technology to give their patients the smile they've always wanted. Start the year right like I did by calling 305-821-0231 or visit moodiusdental.com. All right, we are ready. Shyheim Carter is kind enough to join us now from Alabama. Safety for Alabama. You know the Dolphins need a safety. Shyheim, I don't know. Do you like South Florida? Do you like the weather in South Florida? We're a little humid. But you get your humidity in Alabama.
Yeah, definitely. I'm from Louisiana, so it's the weather is perfectly fine with me.
Okay, but it's not South Florida.
It's not South Florida weather, but
no. We're in a peninsula, baby. We're surrounded by water. It's just like in South Florida, Shyheim. Just in case, let me just warn you ahead of time. So if you do become a Miami Dolphin, okay, you will take a shower, you will get dressed, you will look sharp as hell. Okay. Make sure you have one of those cars that you can turn it on ahead of time in the AC, because the second you walk out of your house, it's shower number 2.
Oh, man.
Humidity will eat you up alive, man.
I mean, that's nothing new, though. Alabama's like that. Louisiana's like that, so I'm pretty used to it.
You're right. Louisiana is like that, too. You're right. It does get sticky. Atlanta.
Yeah, Atlanta.
Atlanta gets nasty, bro. And they're not near water.
Right.
And they get that. There's a reason why they're called Hotlanta, man. It's true. It's not like South Florida is the only place that has the heat and the humidity. No doubt about that. All right, Shyheim, so how you feeling, man, so far?
Man, feeling great. This experience has been nothing more than I expected. It's been everything. Great group of guys here on the East team. That's the team I'm on. So great group of guys there. Funny guys, actually. It's been a blast having them down here and just, building a bond that players from different colleges come together and, just have fun and play the game that they all love.
So what are you trying to prove to folks out here?
Just by being the best player that I can be, control what I can control, and, just by becoming a better person every day on the field.
I feel like most of the time if you come out of Alabama, and especially the secondary, you're pretty prepared because Nick's the guy that coaches you a lot. I had Nick with the Dolphins, so I watched him. He cares about defensive backs.
Oh, definitely.
That's his baby when it comes to any position out there. D-backs is where you can find him, right?
Oh yeah, definitely, no doubt about that.
So how is it being coached by Nick also on top of all of that? Because that's got to be a challenge.
Yeah, it's definitely a challenge. Coming in as a freshman, I always challenge myself. I hold myself to a high standard, and going to Alabama they was always holding you to a higher standard.
Yeah.
So I had to step my game up real quick, and it's amazing being coached by the best to ever do it every day. He expects nothing but the best out of you every day. Like no matter what, he just demand more every day, every rep.
I think, he's one of those guys, it seems like, that he cares about his guys, actually, but he will bust your balls, I'm sure, early on to kind of break you in.
Oh, yeah.
So give me examples of how Nick busted your balls as a freshman to kind of get you going.
Going into fall camp, first time really ever running a defense like that. So it was kind of complicated. It was hard. And, just me and a few more other freshmen was out on the field all together, and we really didn't know nothing. And we have meetings, and he expects you to get it. He teaches it the hard way. We have other coaches that was there and that's there now that kind of pretty much teaches easier way. But he always teaches the hard way. And so I had to learn the hard way from him. And he expects you to get it like that. I mean, and if you don't get it and you mess up, like you mess up repeatedly over and over again on the same thing, then he just gets at you.
Wow.
It's harsh.
Okay, so is there a specific example that you can remember that you were like, damn, dude, all right, I got you, and he wore you out?
Yeah. So we'll play like cover 2, and by me being a star, I would have to go reroute the guy 10 yards in the seam. And sometimes I won't get a reroute on the guy, or sometimes my reroute wouldn't be as heavy as he want me to. He just get at me, and I just be like, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, there's nothing more you can say.
Right. Yeah. No, I mean, that's the thing. The thing about I think that sometimes fans don't understand about players is that you guys want to be coached. You don't want to be BS'd.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just tell me the damn truth. Whatever it is, I don't care. If it's not, most of you guys, obviously.
Yeah.
There's always a group of individuals in every walk of life that can't handle the truth, and their truth, they think, is the reality when it's not.
It's really not, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those things, and I would imagine that in some cases, he's kind of the perfect coach for you because he pushes you and he's brutally honest.
Right.
Now, in some other stretches, I got to imagine that to be held to that standard on a consistent basis.
Yeah, and every day there, it was consistently. He, like I said, he expect more out of you every day, every rep. If you do something good, okay, then go do it over it again. Like, do it better the next time, even though you did it right this time. Do it better the next time. So.
Right, and so I would imagine that this becomes a little easier in a way. Like, it's because you're not going to get that kind of demanding guy again right now at this point in these practices. You know what I'm saying?
But like I said earlier, I always hold myself to a higher standard. And, being there for 4 years, like, my standard now is even higher, because of that. So I expect nothing less of myself.
Shyheim Carter, by the way, joining us from Alabama here on the program. Your teammate has a lot of people that are clamoring for him in Miami, and I'm talking about Tua. So I'm just tell us a little bit about Tua. What makes him so special?
And just him, like his personality, how he goes about things. A great guy. Yeah. So my locker was by him for a year last year, and
okay.
he was just a great guy. We used to always talk about little things, and he's just a great all-around guy. You rarely get that nowadays. So.
Is it something that guys rally around him? What does he do to connect with you guys on defense? Let's say.
So first of all, we be enemies during practice. So
right,
he's just trying to make one another better.
Of course.
So it's just like it's just a vibe that he gives off the team, especially guys on defense. Even though he's the quarterback on offense, we just like get a certain vibe from him, and it's a great vibe. It's just relaxing. He just any guy you can just go talk to, about pretty much anything. Yeah, he's just a great guy. Obviously, a great football player, but he's even a better guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm at. Yeah, to me, it's clear he's a hell of a football player. You know what I mean? It's just I wonder how he works in that locker room with the defensive side, because obviously offensively they're going to be obviously rallying around him. But to me, that's when we see a quarterback is special, when he can elevate everybody else and you guys all feel like, hey, we do our job, we got a shot to win always because of that dude, right? Is that the thinking?
So for us as defensive players, we know that we got a high-powered offense, but as defensive players and defensive coaches and things, we try to do what's best for us. We try to kind of let the offense kind of depend on us. Like, well, we know the defense about to get a stop right here, so we kind of don't lean too much on the offense at times, a lot of the times. But we know that we have a high-powered offense, but we just try to do our job on defense. So it makes it easy on the offense.
Shyheim, how much does it help you as a player that you went to that program, you had all this success? It has to help all of you guys confidence-wise when you walk out of there, that you feel more. Because I know if I had a son and Alabama offered him a contract, I would be honored because I know he's going to go there, learn the game the right way, and then walk out of there a better football player because of it.
It helps me. It helped me tremendously, just by going there. Being around those guys. All of them great guys. Just being around Coach Saban every day. Being around different position coaches, different coaches. Getting different aspects of life of the game. It all helps me. It all helps me personally. I know it helps. It helped other guys too. But yeah, just being around them guys all day. It helps. It plays a huge factor.
By the way, do you realize you may be getting drafted by a team that doesn't have better facilities than Alabama?
I just want to play football.
I was just thinking about that because the facilities you guys have are, sick.
Yeah, they are nice. They are nice, and they renovating it now. So.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
It's already better than some NFL teams. It might be better than all the NFL teams. That is amazing. So tell me what it's like that when you're able to play. When you look at this game now at this level, what they're teaching you compared to what you learned with Nick, is there much of a difference, or are you better prepared for this right now?
I'm definitely better prepared for this. It's just slightly a difference. The field, the hash marks, the numbers, the play calling is pretty much the same, just different names for the play calling. But yeah, pretty much everything's pretty much the same. But like I said, the hash marks and the numbers totally different. Still, the field's still 50 yards wide, 100 yards deep. So it's just football at the end of the day.
Shyheim, who's been your biggest test so far this week out there offensively? Who's been the guy that you're like, all right, this dude is balling, man. I gotta be on top of this.
I mean, they all good. You know,
I know you're gonna give me the company line, but give me a guy that stood out. It's got to be a guy that stood out. You're not dissing anybody else. You're just saying
I'm not. But I don't know. I just been just focusing on myself. Becoming the best player I can be.
So you don't even remember a number? Because I know you don't know all these guys because you only been here a couple days.
I mean, I know SEC. I know Florida. 2 guys from Florida.
Right.
They've been pretty good.
Okay. The Florida State kid,
Florida State,
Gavin,
yes,
he's a big kid,
He
man.
is, but he play on the outside. I haven't won against him yet.
Okay, so you've been playing against the tight ends more?
Tight end and slot receivers more.
Okay, who's impressed you out of the tight ends? 85, 89, or 47?
I would say the guy from USF.
Okay, yeah, Mitchell Wilcox.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. All right, good stuff. All right, so how's the meetings gone with the teams?
Meetings is the same back in college. Long meetings, so I just be trying to stay focused on long meetings like that.
I'm talking with the NFL teams.
With that. Everything's been going great.
Yeah?
I actually kind of love it. First time, obviously, but some guys kind of get bored with the meetings and things.
The process.
Yeah, with the process. And I just kind of like embrace it. I actually like it. I actually like sitting down and, talking football or giving my background on life. So.
Yeah, I was just explaining to my boy here because he didn't. A lot of people don't realize this.
Mm-hmm.
Do you? And maybe you don't realize this.
Mm-hmm.
Do you realize that what you're doing to get a job, nobody else does? Let me explain. I go get a job. I sit down. I do an interview. I may be brought back for a second interview. They either hire me or they don't after the first interview. The second interview, just to follow up, and I get the job. You're 4 months, bro. You're working out. You're at the East-West. You got pro days. You got combines. You got meetings. You got personal workouts. It's a 4-month interview process.
Yeah.
With not one employer, 32. And it's all of them interviewing you and asking you the same questions over and over again. And then you go to the combine and they're poking and prodding you like cattle to figure out all the parts of your body if they're all in place. Nobody does this to get a job.
Right.
Think about that.
I haven't thought about it like that.
Exactly.
Yeah, I haven't thought about it like that.
Most players that I even tell them that, they're like, yeah, man, wow. And most people don't even realize it, because I was explaining to him that yesterday, because he goes, he's tired of what we've done the last couple of weeks, and we had a player in the elevator, and he goes, yeah, man, I bet you can't wait for this process to be over this week. And then when he leaves, I go, do you realize that process isn't over for that man for 4 more months?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and then you got to go through the 3 days of hell of the draft.
Right.
The pressure of when am I going to get picked, and you're sitting there, and the anxiety. Nobody does this, dude. Nobody does this. It's the most long and enduring process I've ever seen for somebody to get a job.
Yeah, it's definitely long, but like I said, I haven't thought about it like that.
Well, you shouldn't, because you're doing what you love.
Right.
Now, I put up for 30 years with stupid program directors that have no idea what they're doing, and it's because I love this business, so I stay in it. So I've dealt with all kinds of idiots in 30 years, and it is what it is. What are you going to do? But I love to do what I do.
That pretty much is what it is.
Shyheim, thank you for taking some time, man. We really appreciate you, man. Thank you, and wish you the best down the line.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
You got it.